Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the sound from Rock Bottom. I am your host, Rock Roberts, aka Robin. With me is none other than the one, the only Mr. Magic the Gathering, SuperBeastGN.
I really thought you were going to call me Mr. Beast. I'm going to be like, Mr. Beast was my father. Not that Mr. Beast. Thief.
If you are watching this live, we are live over here on both Twitch and on YouTube. No, your eyes do not deceive you. There is nothing over for Beast on his webcam marker. Dual PC setup for the first time doing this, so there is a little bit of growing pains, if you will. But good news is, hopefully in a few weeks, it won't be an issue because I have some new audio equipment that we are going to try to get to work in, and hopefully everything gets better. Not too sure if it will, but that's what we're going to try. Also, I know I mentioned before, but I have looked into moving the podcast to Spotify, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard of a thing to do. So yeah, we're going to be looking at doing that for a few weeks. But we will always go live here first, and then a couple days later, it will be posted over to Spotify. And just follow my socials to stay in the loop for all that. Now, with all that kind of out of the way, Beast, how's your days been doing?
My days have been amazing. I wake up every morning. I'm alive. I've got all my limbs, my penis. It's all good. It's all here. It's all attached. Everything is in place, and can't ask for anything more.
I mean, that's the biggest thing, is your biggest limb, between your legs.
Right. My third leg.
Your third leg. How has Magic the Gathering been going? Have you made any new decks?
It's Magic. It's frustrating. It's it's one of those things. I'm gonna have to teach you how to play. We're gonna have to play one of these days. I'll have to teach you. I'll show you the ropes and show you how it is. It's very fun, man. I'm telling you.
I would love to learn, but I am so scared that is something. We're going to get into this here in a second, folks. Trust me. Actually, it's going to be the first thing that we go into. I don't think I have the money for Magic the Gathering, honestly. And one of the reasons why I'm bringing that up is because, have you seen the new prices for the Steam decks that have come out?
I have not. Let me know about that, because I know that, weren't they like 500 at one point? 500 and 600.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real fast because I have it. Right here. That is not what I wanted. I did not want that. And yes, folks, you are seeing the Bungie thing that I had, that me and Twitty was talking about last week. Which that is something that we will be getting into here as well. Steam Deck 2 prices. So, not Steam. Didn't say stream, I said Steam.
I hate the Steam Deck and a Stream Deck, and it's like so confusing sometimes when you like write it out, and it's like, oh, did you mean Steam Deck? It's like, no.
So, this is from Steve. This is from Tom's Hardware. Valve hikes Steam Deck OLED prices. The 512 gig is now $789, while the 1 terabyte climbs to $949. a $224 increase for the 512, and a whopping $300 increase for the 1 terabyte model. So they launched in 2023. I don't see where the original prices were at. I know that they're.
I think they were like either $4.99 and $5.99 or $5.99 and $6.99. I'm pretty sure, something like that. I think it was $5.99 and $6.99. I could be wrong about that though.
All right, so
it's not far off what consoles are now, anyways.
So the 512 was $549. And now it's $789. The 1 terabyte was $649, and now it's $404. Now it's $949. The 512 LCD is $359. So if you want to go LCD, obviously that would be your better option, and I do believe you can add more storage to it.
Yeah.
This is bad news in my opinion. Because, well, bad news for us gamers. And I believe it's going to be worse news in the future for a lot of other people. Now, if you're looking at this and you're seeing, and your Nintendo, your Sony, your Xbox, are you praising this, or are you still scared in your boots?
The problem, well, the thing is, it's Steam, right? It's Valve. This is a PC gaming company. They don't really sell games, you know? You could justify the price of a console, right? Like consoles were sold, like PS4s, they were sold for like $500, right? Which if you look at the specs, well under what they should be worth at the time. The reason they can justify that, they sell the consoles at a loss, and they make it. I mean, they make up for it in like subscription services like PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live, or the first party games they sell. Valve doesn't do that. Valve doesn't, like, they've had like a few games they've made, and they don't really make games like Sony makes games and Xbox makes games, you know.
Right.
So it makes sense, you know. It makes sense that they would hike the price. I mean, honestly, $649 is a little low if you ask me. I mean, you can actually hook this thing up to a monitor and basically use it as your gaming computer. It's not going to be as powerful if you built one, but like still, it's very similar.
This is the way that I've always seen the Steam Deck is that it's more in line of if Nintendo, or if not Nintendo, but if Valve made a Nintendo Switch. The only thing that's missing is a dock to go with it, which you can buy a third-party dock.
Yeah.
And hook it up to a monitor, hook it up to a TV. You can probably get something with ports that's already, where you can hook up a couple of USB dongles for wireless keyboard and mouse and whatnot like that. I read I didn't read. I saw a video where Bank of America, and this may sound weird, but stay with me, folks. Bank of America was hoping and have pushed Rockstar to make sure that the price of GTA 6 is anywhere in the ballpark between $80 to $100. That's the price that they are pushing it. I'm going to look it up right here and see if I can find it. And the reason, I don't know why it says the stream's not live right now. Obviously, the stream is live. Yeah, so the Bank of America wants Grand Theft Auto 6 to be priced at $80.
Right.
And the reasoning behind that, though, is because Bank of America has a stake in Rockstar, or Take Two, which is, if I'm not mistaken, which is Rockstar's parent company. So as gamers, we've always been told as gamers, hey, gaming is an expensive hobby. You kind of have to have money to get into gaming. And a lot of people are like, the games aren't that bad. Yeah, your initial buy-in is pretty expensive. But now we're starting to see, like, no, it's going to be expensive all the way around. Have you ever been an early adopter of a system?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I waited in line for the Xbox 360 when it came out in 2005. Like, that was one of the ones I could remember. I didn't really adopt like Sega Genesis or anything like that. The PlayStation 1, I definitely did. So yeah.
Well, the reason why I bring that up is because we both know that back in the day, you kind of got laughed at for being an early adopter, because it's like, man, you're getting a system that still probably has flaws in it. You're getting a system that really has no titles. In a couple of years,
on the era, actually, if you think about it. Because if you were an early adopter of the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis, you were just like envying the person who got the other console. But like, yeah, with 360, when it had the red rings and stuff like that, yeah, you were like, okay, yeah, ha, you paid $500 for a console, and now it's like, now it's broken.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it depends on the era.
Well, but one of the biggest things, though, is, in a couple of years, the price is just going to go down. I mean, we've seen it for the most part. We've seen it for the most part throughout all eras, except for this one.
Yeah.
Even with the PS4, Xbox Series X, or Xbox One, we saw the price go down throughout the years. We've only seen the price go up. So if you're not an early adopter of these systems now, it bites you in the ass. And I don't see the prices coming down. I really don't. I don't see the prices ever coming back down. I feel like now gaming when I say gaming companies, I'm talking about the big, three, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. They're like, no, you're going to buy day one or you're going to regret it. Not FOMO, but you're going to regret it financially if you don't buy it, if you're not an early adopter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like, I don't know. I think if you don't see the prices go down, some of these companies probably are going to stop making consoles. I'm not going to say they're not going to go out of business, because obviously PlayStation's owned by Sony. They've got a lot of money. Xbox is owned by Microsoft. They're not going anywhere. But they might just stop making consoles, and try to pivot to another type of, like, they might just make computer parts, like, why not? Like, if they're already making consoles, come out with like a PC case or something, like PC, like memory, like branded memory. I don't know.
I can see Microsoft becoming more of a third-party publisher. I can see them completely 2 years ago, I saw them completely coming out of the hardware business altogether.
Yeah.
And then they really pushed into AI, and that didn't work out. So now they're like, hey, listen, we need to go back to our bread and butter, which is first-party exclusives. We need to find out what's going to make people buy an Xbox. And, exclusives can be something that we talk about, later. But The thing though is we see what does this mean for this? Let's circle back around. This the Steam Deck, the prices are going up. What does that mean for the Steam machine? I mean, let's face it, people saw that as a console killer. I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Well, I did. I mean, some people might have. I never saw it as a console killer. I don't know. I think we talked about this last time, but like everything's all the same now. Like it's like PC games and console games aren't different. They're
No,
not different anymore. Like it used to be. Like it used to be like, oh, I can play King's Quest on a PC. Oh, but you can play Sonic the Hedgehog on your Sega. It's like it
yeah.
doesn't matter anymore. All the games are the same, so it's like there's no difference anymore. There's no reason to have one over the other unless you just want convenience. So
Now that
I don't know if I ever saw it as a console killer.
now it's gotten to the point to where we are. You're right, where most of everything is playable across everything. Nintendo is still a little bit left out where they don't really like to share their IPs or anything of that nature. Like you're not going to boot up Mario, legitimately on Steam. Um,
Yeah, I like how you said legitimately.
yeah. uh, but Sony's taking steps back. They're like, no, from now on, we're not releasing single player first parties on Steam anymore. We're not doing it. They're rolling back the exclusivity. There's been word coming from the Microsoft camp. Hey, we're going to start doing exclusivity like, Nintendo and Sony's rolling back too for the Xbox with certain titles. So eventually I think we're going to go back to that. And then you're going to be looking at, all right, where can I get the most bang for my buck out of these systems? If as of right now, yeah, you might have to wait a couple years to play anything from Sony on your place on your PC, but you still get Sony first party games, you still get Xbox first party games on a PC, but you're not getting World of Warcraft on Xbox. You're not getting Winrose on a PlayStation. You're not getting some of those games that are just made for PC on these other titles yet. But I don't want to say. I think you're right. I think calling it a console killer might be not be enough. I think that might be pushing a little bit just because where I see everything heading. But like I said earlier, and I asked you the question, if I'm Nintendo, if I'm Sony, if I'm Xbox, and if I see the Steam Deck, the price is going up for it, I'm happy. I'm extremely happy because I'm like, all right, if the price for that's going up, then another competitor in my space, that price is probably going to be outpriced. That it's going to outprice some of our fan base. So we don't have to worry about our fan base really leaving us to go to them because they're going to be outpriced by it.
Yeah, but isn't so like PlayStation? PlayStation went up too. Like PlayStation's like
Yeah,
what's
they've all.
$800 now?
Oh, I think it's even worse.
Yeah, probably. So it's
Let's
like
see here.
everything's going up, man. It's like the prices are all like super high right now. We're like I would say we're in kind of like a would you call it a recession? I mean, you got like the price of groceries going up, the price of gas going up, video games, everything. Like, I collect action figures, and like last year, a Marvel action figure was like $24.99. Now it's
Yeah.
like $31. It's like insane.
So looking right now, a standard PS5 console ranges anywhere from $600 to roughly $900. $900 is the PS5 Pro 2 terabyte console. Um,
Which
that's
in my opinion is still not bad of a price considering what you're getting. Like all like it's the PlayStation 5 is sometimes more powerful than some modern PCs, you know? It depends on the PC, of course, but like I think what the regular consumer doesn't understand a lot of times is that they have been for decades selling consoles at a loss. You're paying $500 for a PS4 when it came out. It is not like it is with the specs inside of it. It is worth more. Like they always say, "Oh, buying a PC is expensive. You have to pay $1,500 for a PC, and I only pay $500 for a console." But it's like, yes, but what you don't understand is you're paying for a subscription on that console. You're paying for the first-party games on that console, and it all evens out at the end of the day. So they can sell that console at a loss. PC, there's no like PC games like that are like, oh, this is the PC company that's selling this game, you know, like they don't make that money back. There's no subscription on Steam, you know, because they don't like you're not buying a computer from Steam, you know.
Yet.
Yeah, well, you are now with the Steam Deck, and that's why probably they're raising the price.
Right. Well, I mean, this is the reason why I say I think $900 is too much for a PS5 Pro. A PS5 digital is $600. So that's a $300 difference, and you're barely getting anything. You know, you have people you do have people that are like, man, I love my Pro. I'm so glad I bought my Pro. If that's you, that's fine. But for the but the PS5 Pro isn't for the everyday gamer. It is for the people that have like the nice OLED TVs that you can get 4K at, at 265 frames per second, for those type of TVs and setups and stuff like that. Not everyone has that setup. And even then, even with that, a lot of the games, which, let's be fair, Sony hasn't released a bunch of first-party games this console generation. So a bunch of third-party games isn't really taking advantage of everything that the PS5 Pro has to offer. So in my eyes, all that is just way too much for something that is very niche. Something that is very... whoever gets a PS5 Pro is getting it to, quote-unquote, to be fair, future-proof. Like a lot of us, when we build a PC, we don't build a PC for here and now. We build it for something that is going to last a few years down the road, that in 3 or 4 years is still a really viable option. One of the biggest things that we need to look at, and one of the biggest things that Sony is probably looking at, and one of the reasons why they're raising their prices, yes, it's, the chips shortage and everything of that nature, but we touched on this earlier. How often do you play Grand Theft Auto?
I have not played Grand Theft Auto since the last time you and I played Grand Theft Auto together.
Well, that's been years and years and years ago.
Yes, that was years ago.
Yeah. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto in a hot minute, but you have people that do play Grand Theft Auto a lot. And the reason why I'm bringing this into this conversation right here, right now, we did touch on it where Bank of America wants GTA 6 to be $80, and it very well be. I mean, if Mario Kart World is selling at $80, GTA 6 can be sold for $100, and everyone's going to lap it up. Am I looking forward to GTA 6? No, not really. I'm not a big GTA guy. I probably would if I didn't have to go back and forth between 3 different characters. That's just me. Give me a nice linear story, open world story set in a GTA world where I don't have to swap between 3 or 4 different characters. I'm fine with it. I think it'd be a lot of fun. That's just me. We're not getting it day one on PC. I don't know when we'll get it. Rockstar has yet to announce when it's coming to PC. And the question is, will a standard PS5 be able to run this at optimal, at an optimal rate. Will an Xbox Series S be able to run this? We know the Nintendo Switch probably won't. So you're you're probably gonna need the top tier console to run that game. Sony knows this. You know, Microsoft knows this. So they have no problem raising that price on these consoles that are niche because they know people are going to go out and buy it just for one game. That makes me sick.
Well, therein lies the problem now, doesn't it? They if they know that, then you're going to be forced into buying the PlayStation 5 Pro.
Right.
That's the game plan, man. It's all a money making business. No, that's like nothing's by accident.
No. And you know, and I might be off base on that. You know, that's with my little tin foil cap on. But I don't think I am that far off a base because this came out before. You know, when they first announced it, I saw numerous YouTube, you know, big time YouTube tech people talk about it. I think Austin Evans talked about it. I think he was the first one to ask the question. He's like, "Hey, can standard consoles play this game that's coming out, or are you really going to need a Pro or a Series X to legit run these games at a proper frame rate?"
That's why PC is superior. I've been saying this for years. People just don't understand.
But then, while you and I, we play a lot on PC, and like I said, GTA 5 isn't going to be one of those games that's going to make me go out and buy a PS5 Pro, or GTA 6 isn't going to make me go out and buy a PS5 Pro. But for those that just love Grand Theft Auto, that is going to be enough for them to go buy one, because you're not getting it day one on play. Like, I remember all the memes.
And that's fair too, though. Like that's fair if it's like the one game you buy a year, like that's like, you know, your escape. Like that's fine. But what about the people who like what about the people who are buying a game every Tuesday, every new release day, you know? That's gotta be insane.
Where do you work at and what do you do? Because I need that money. You know, and this kind of goes right back into what I was discussing with you, you know, with the Steam Deck and the Steam machine. You know, the prices are you know, we don't know how much the Steam machine is going to be yet, but you know, we talked about, you know, we buy PC parts for future proof, and that's out of the question. Kinda, we're kind of buying PC parts now in a few years' time just to keep up, because everything is moving at such a fast pace and the prices are out of this world. Like, you know, for me, all right, I need new RAM. I better start saving up now so I can buy RAM in 3 years.
Yeah.
And buy RAM that's for that era in 3 years, you know. Or a graphics card. We saw a slight decrease in price after the pandemic, but nowhere near back to where they were previously.
Right.
Do you think that gaming now is becoming unaffordable for a lot of players? In general.
Yeah, but I like, you know, you said before, I'm a Magic the Gathering player, so I know a little about expensive hobbies. I think it's just one of those things where it's like you either have the money for it or you don't. It's not like no one's forcing us to play video games. No one's forcing us to play Magic. No one's forcing us to do any of this. It's not like, you know, it's like it's going to be the price it's going to be, you know? And we just have to eat it because that's just the way it goes, you know? It's not required by law for us to play video games. It's not like we don't need it for sustenance. So it's just going to be the way it is. There's nothing we can do about it. But yes, it is becoming a little, you know, too much money for the average, I would say, for the average gamer. I don't buy new games anymore. I haven't bought a new game. The last new game I bought was Resident Evil 4 remake. That is the last new video game I bought.
The last new video game that I bought when it was released, day one, was probably 2K27. WWE 2K27. Now I have, or 2K26. My bad.
I was gonna say, are we in the future?
Let me bring up my my activity on my Steam machine, or on my
But to be fair though, I don't stream a lot of like new games anymore like I used to.
Right,
I used to buy the games and stream them. I don't stream new games anymore, so I don't feel the need to have to buy them. And I think that's a big part of it. Like everybody's a streamer now, you know, everybody's on Twitch.
Yeah.
Playing games, and they think they got, you know, I gotta get the new game to keep up because my followers gonna watch this, you know. And to be honest, I don't think you need to do that. I think, you know, just buy the game on a Steam sale or whatever. There's been like many games in the past. Like I have Godzilla for the PS4. It's a $200 game. I bought it when it was $13 on clearance. Like it's like and that's another going back to like the last time I was on the show, the physical copies versus digital. You could get some cheap games on clearance, you know, sometimes, or just like used cheap pre-owned games.
Right.
So I like to wait personally because I'm not like streaming the games live anymore. And if I do, it's gonna be a game that I just really want anyways, you know.
Right.
But other than that, like I think you know, there's a lot of good games on Steam that aren't on console too. So like there's that too. So like and they're usually cheap.
Yeah.
So not every game is a AAA like $70 title, you know?
No, it's not. And I mean honestly that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
You find better deals on Steam than you do on Sony, on Xbox. And granted, it's not for me, but it is for a lot of people. Game Pass is like big for a lot of people. You know, they love Game Pass, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with Game Pass. It's not for me though. Right. I don't play a lot of the games that come on Game Pass. And if there's a game that is going to be on Game Pass and I'm like, oh, that looks kind of cool, that looks kind of fun, I think I might pick that up, odds are I'm probably going to buy it. But, you know, I'm not going to spend a crap ton of extra money. Like honestly, you know, if you're looking at the stream, last weekend, I redid this whole setup. That's probably the last time I've touched my systems that are underneath this desk. Honestly. Which is my Xbox Series S. If I'm not touching the system, why am I going to pay, you know, $22 or so for Game Pass for it if I'm not touching it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing I've had Game Pass multiple times over the years, and I find that I run into a problem with Game Pass that I run into with like Netflix, is that just sometimes the game I want to play isn't on there, and it's very limited in the games that you can play.
Yes.
For the service.
Yes, 100% agree. It's
like I could pay like $24.99 a month, but like, do I really want to play like Arno 1940 whatever it is, you know? Like I don't know what that is, and I don't want to play it. Like I don't care.
Right. You know, that's that's how I feel. Like, what little bit of games that there are, does it warrant me to pay that amount of money? Especially now that one of the few games, which we will talk about here in a little bit, that will not be on Game Pass is the new Call of Duty game. they've taken Call of Duty off of Game Pass. It is no longer on Game Pass anymore. So there's been some games that I've been like, yeah, I'm going to get Game Pass just to play this one game. But 9 times out of 10, if it's an Xbox first party title, I'm going to buy it. You know,
how much is Game Pass per month?
$22.99, I think.
$22.99.
Wait a minute. What tier do you want? What are you looking for as far as
like just the average? Like when Call of Duty was on there, what was the price like of the average, like the minimum you would have to pay to play that on Game Pass?
So, all right. So you have Ultimate, you have PC Game Pass, Game Pass Essential. Back when Call of Duty was on there, it was $30 a month. They took Call of Duty off, and now it's dropped down to $22.99. Everything else, I think, basically stays the same. PC, and this is what Google AI is giving me. Game Pass Ultimate, $22.99 a month, includes console and PC games, cloud gaming, online console multiplayer, EA Play, and day one releases, with the exception of Call of Duty. Call of Duty is not part of that anymore.
Okay.
PC.
Let's say there's one game on Game Pass, like Call of Duty. And that's not Call of Duty anymore, I know. But when it was, there are people who would only play Call of Duty on Game Pass. And they would pay the $24.99 a month or $30 a month or whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And how long are you going to play that for? Until a new one comes out, which is what, a year? So at $30 for even 5 months, like for even 2.5 months, you're now paying more than what the game costs. $70 game, right?
Right.
Can I swear on here? Am I allowed to
swear?
Yeah, go
ahead. Yeah.
Just buy the fucking game. Like, at that point, like, oh, but I get to play Call of Duty for free. It's like, no, it's not free. You paid $30 a month. You played from the time it came out in November to the next November. That's a year's worth of $30 a month. You just paid way more. They got you. You paid way more for Call of Duty than you should have. Just buy the fucking game. Like at that point.
Now I will say this. And I don't know if it's still on here or not. Yes. So Game Pass Ultimate did have a few extra perks. Now, these are I'm looking at the actual website now. And we're doing Game Pass Ultimate versus Game Pass Premium. Game Pass Ultimate, and we take Call of Duty out. Let's bring Call of Duty back. Let's bump the price back up to $30 a month. For Game Pass Ultimate and Game Pass Premium, in Ultimate, you got 500 plus games on your console, PC, and supported devices. With Premium, you only got 200 games on console, PC, and supported devices. Play new games the day they release, including new Xbox published games and third-party games that is included in the $30 tier, but not included in the $15 tier. Now, in the $15 tier, new Xbox published games join the library within 12 months of launch. So within a year, those games are going back into Game Pass. It might be 6 months. It might be 3. You might have to wait the entire year. And with Call of Duty, within a year, you're not wanting to play the old Call of Duty titles. Very rarely does anyone ever go back and play the old titles. Now, this is some of the big perks that come with the... This is some of the big perks that come with Game Pass Ultimate. I play a little bit of it. Heather plays a shit ton of it. Get access to the current Battle Pass, OG Pass, Lego Pass, Music Pass, and Rocket Pass Premium. In addition to getting 1,000 V-Bucks a month, you automatically join the Fortnite crew. So if you're already paying the $12 a month for the Fortnite crew for Fortnite, this is included in the
Okay.
ultimate. So bam, there's almost half of your stuff right there. If you are a big Fortnite player, like I said, Heather is. Heather doesn't really play anything else but Fortnite on the Xbox. You don't get that with Premium. You only get that with Ultimate. EA Play. Enjoy access to a collection of EA's best loved games, trials, and select new games, and more with EA Play membership. That is included with the Ultimate, not with the Premium. EA Play is like maybe $5, maybe 20 a year. I think I'm not too sure. Ubisoft Plus Classics. Discover 50 plus iconic games from some of the most memorable franchises in gaming history with Ubisoft Classics. That's included with Ultimate. So, the supported devices, download and stream, they're all the same. Nothing changes on either one of those. Cloud gaming is included, but you get unlimited cloud gaming with Ultimate. You get limited cloud gaming. You get to stream the best quality with Ultimate. You have shorter wait. You only get shorter wait times with Premium. Stream select games you own, and that's with the Premium. Console multiplayer is included on both. In-game benefits are included on both. Rewards with Xbox, discounts and deals. And yes, folks, if you are seeing ads, I do apologize, but not really because, like I said, we're going to be trying to put this on Spotify, and this is can't really have ads on Spotify like that. So, I mean, to be fair, do I think that $30 a month for Game Pass Ultimate is worth it? Yes and no. Do I think $23 is worth it? A lot more worth it than the 30. But you're right. If you only play one game, that one game's on Game Pass, just buy the fucking game.
Yeah.
Buy the fucking game.
But you're also getting My Friend Peppa Pig. You're getting Escape Simulator. I mean, like, hold on, Barbie Horse Trails. You're getting these fine premium games on Game Pass. And that's, my friend, that's Game Pass Premium. I don't know what's Game Pass Ultimate like has 35 games. Like what is maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But isn't Ultimate supposed to be the best?
Yeah, so you get 500 games. So I'm gonna look at the Ultimate games.
583 games. When I click Premium, it comes up 583 games. When I click Ultimate, it comes up 35 games. So I'm going to assume Premium is where I want to be to see what games are on here altogether.
I'm on Ultimate right now.
There's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's Elite Dangerous. There's like Final Fantasies and that's cool and all. What the fuck is the Thaumaturg? Like the tiny bookshop? Like what?
All right.
Like.
So this right here is I will. All right, I'm going to click off a Game Pass Premium. I'm going to click on a Game Pass Premium. All right, it gives me 583 games for Xbox Premium. It gave me 921 for Ultimate.
Okay, I don't know why I'm seeing 35 then. Maybe because I'm not signed in either.
Well, if you look on my stream, you could see what I'm looking at.
Okay, 921. Okay, I had to put it to all games.
Okay. So there is something on here that there's one big game that I'm looking at here on Ultimate that will get people to automatically buy Ultimate for. Subnautica 2.
Food. Oh, okay.
Subnautica 2.
That'll probably do it.
Yeah, so Subnautica 2 for sure. For sure. Of course you get all the Final Fantasy games.
Subnautica 2? Really?
Oh, yes. Oh my god, yes. Everybody.
People are, really?
Yes.
Okay, I've literally never heard
Hades.
anyone talk about it.
Oh my god, dude! I bought it. I watched
Yeah.
Barb play it. And it looks. And I watched Barb and Hugs play it. I don't know if you know who Hugs is. He doesn't really stream. He does more like YouTube content, and his
Yeah.
YouTube content is more or less like simulator games, like Farming Simulator 2025, where he does
Ooh,
like
that's
different
my
challenges
speed.
and stuff. Dude, he's hilarious. Go watch his stuff. Go watch his stuff. Hugs, if you ever come across this, I'm giving you a big shout out. um, but like, and look, you have Hades 2 on here. Hades 2, Resident Evil 7, Sea of Thieves, The Division, uh, College Football 2025. Some of these games are, Space Marines 2. Huge game. Huge game. So yes, I can see some of these people. Spray Paint Simulator. Where's Glacial at? Where the fuck is Glacial at? I know he loves those type of games.
He's the one who bought me Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, Cooking Simulator.
Okay, there's a lot of games here. There's a good amount of games. Dante's
Diablo 4.
Inferno? Wow, I haven't played Dante's Inferno in years. Okay, that's worth the $30 a month right there.
I thought I saw it. I don't know what page that was on.
Wait a minute. Army of Two. Is Army of Two on here? Army of Two, but not Army of Two the 40th day, and that's the one I really love playing. Yeah, not worth it. Not worth it.
I don't see Army of 2 on here.
Yeah.
I see Mass Effect 2 on here. Gears of War 2 on here. Dragon Age 2 on here. There it is. Army of 2, yeah.
Yeah, just the first one. Not great. Second one was better. Third one sucked.
So, I mean, there's games. I mean, it's just not for me. It's just not for me. But, I mean, I could see where someone could see that and see value because, hey, that new game's coming out. I don't have enough money for it. Man, I've played all these games I own. I can't really afford a new game, but I do have Game Pass Ultimate. Let me just see if there's a game on there that takes, that I can understand.
I will tell you who this is for, why it's amazing for some people. This is for the variety streamer. 100%.
Yeah.
This is for the guy who does semi-comedic Let's Plays, like one-offs, and just wants to play a bunch of different games and doesn't want to spend the freaking money on it. And that is really who this is for, in my opinion. I bought Game Pass like when they had like the 3 months for $1, and that's how I played Hollow Knight for the first time. I was like, I don't know what Hollow Knight is. I'm gonna play Hollow Knight, and I tried it out, and I didn't like it, and then I played it again, and I was like, oh no, never mind, I love it. So it does have its value. Like the Game Pass does have its value, but it's like that's a very small case, right? That's a very rare case.
Yeah.
Like
it has,
not
like I said,
like me.
Like it's for the I don't want to say it's just for the variety streamer. It's for the player.
It's good for variety streamers.
Yes, very much so. Oh God, yes. Imagine the money that those people save. Like you get 5 subs and bow, that it pays it for the month. 5 or 6 subs.
Right.
But like my kids, instead of me having to go out and when my kids were younger, as a father of 4, with the father of 4 young kids at the time, this right here would have been right up my alley. Like when they announced Game Pass and what all it came with, it was right up my alley because there was a lot of kids games on there that I knew my kids would love to play. So I'm not having to fork out so much money for, this, that. Another thing that this is good for is for people that only have like the Series S. If you have just a Series S, this is perfect for you because you're not going to be able to go to Walmart. You're not going to be able to go to GameStop. You're not going to be able to go to your local thrift store and buy disc games because your Series S doesn't take disc. This is all digital. Perfect for you. But it is pricey. It is pricey. But they did, I am giving, and they have now made it to where, I don't know if it's came out yet or not, but they are making it a la carte. So you kind of get to pick and choose what you want in your Game Pass subscription.
And
depending
the price change?
Yes, it does.
Based
The
on
price.
okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if they've came out with that yet. I know that they've been talking about it. I think they came out and said, hey, listen, if you don't play Fortnite, so you don't want that Fortnite pass or that Fortnite crew pass, you don't have to have it and your price comes down. If you want, so essentially, basically, if you want the 500 titles with the online multiplayer, but that's all you want, you don't want anything extra, maybe go back to paying $14 a month for it. Because right now, just the multiplayer alone is $10. And you get like 20 games that come with it, I think. Game Pass for console. No, Game Pass Essential. You get 125 games. Granted, a lot of it is free games to begin with, like the First Descendant, World of Warships, Warzone, Valorant, the Finals. Some of them are, but
yeah,
I mean,
it does like games that you pay for like $5 at GameStop for.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, if you're getting, like, for me, I have Essential. I didn't mean to do it. I got it for $1. I forgot the subscription. It just charged me $10. But my point is, I do have access to all this on my Xbox. Can I play them? No, but I have access to them. You have like the new Battletoads, Perfect Dark Zero, Hellblade, which is an amazing game, Golf with Friends, Halo 5 Guardians, Fable Anniversary. So, you do get something with it. So, it's not... Forza Horizon 6 is with Ultimate. Some people will buy that. Some people will buy Ultimate just for that game. To play, because you can play that on PC or your Xbox. And some people, and to be fair, this might be another thing for Ultimate. If you want to try a game and maybe try a few different games, $30 or $23 now to try Forza Horizon 6 before you dive deep into it does not seem like a bad idea, because if you don't like the game, well, you still have all these other games you can play for a month.
Right.
It's just that none of your progression crosses over, which I think is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, so and I know we're getting...
I have to sign in on Steam when I play Forza Horizon 5. Horizon 5, sorry.
Yep. So I have... Let me look at my... I don't know if I have them all together or if I have them spread out. Let me look at my library. I do not think I have them together. No, I do not. I did go on a Forza buy-in spree because they put a bunch of them on sale before they took them off Steam.
Wait, they're not on Steam?
Some of them are not, no. So I have... Actually, I only have two of them. I have Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5. I I
All
think
right, Forza
Forza,
6 and 5 are still on there. That's fine. That's good.
yeah,
I'm happy.
yeah, 5 I don't think is on Steam anymore because of the license. Yeah.
It's
And I
on there.
wasn't a Forza Horizon 4 is not on there.
4's not.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, 5 is. Yeah, 5 is. Um yeah, yeah, you can still buy 5. I have the premium edition because it was on sale. But I had done a lot more stuff on my Xbox. Now, if you're playing on, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, because I think it came out for both for Horizon 5, and you played through the Xbox launcher on PC, all your stuff is connected. All your stuff is cross save, everything. But the moment you buy it on Steam, yes, you still have to log on through Xbox, but none of your stuff carries over.
Hmm.
None of it carries over. I had to start back to square one all over again. And that pissed me off. But you know what did cross over and I absolutely loved it? Destiny 2. Nice little segue. So did you hear the news about Destiny 2?
No.
All right.
I don't hear anything. I live under a rock.
Do you I know you probably wasn't a big Destiny player.
I was a big Destiny player at one point.
So this came out on May 21st, and shout out to Twitty for breaking the news to me last week during the stream, during the podcast. Basically, they're not killing Destiny 2, but they're no longer, I don't want to say supporting it, but there will be no more content coming out for Destiny 2. I don't remember when. So June 9th, 2026, we will release the final live service content update for Destiny 2 to begin that new journey as a studio. So basically, it's in a playable state, and they're going to keep it as a playable state, but they will not release any new content for Destiny 2 as of June 9th. I am a bit torn on it because there is still, they were, I think, in the middle of actually telling a new story arc. That's done. But they did keep their microtransaction store in the game. Surprise, surprise. A lot of people are pointing to Marathon. Basically, Bungie's failed extractor shooter game. You probably don't play anything like that. I know you do a lot of Halo and Magic the Gathering stuff.
They were talking about Halo becoming an extraction shooter. The next one.
I don't think that's a good idea.
No, I don't either. But what can I do?
Well, this is the reason why I don't think, and this is, a little bit. I know you did because you gave it a thumbs up on the rundown. I talked about how live service games are slowly dying. We're seeing it. We're seeing live service games kind of go out the way. Sony last year, before Concord just nosedived, they had invested a lot of money in live service games. They saw the Fortnite money and they're like, that's what we want. So they were trying to, do the same thing. And Concord which was an extractor shooter. Was it an extractor shooter or was it a arena based shooter? I don't remember. I think it was a hero arena shooter. Yeah, Concord was a sci-fi first-person hero shooter. Um, it flopped within a couple of days. They took it off of every platform. They told every retailer, take it off of your shelf. We were shutting the servers down. I think it was like 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks. And this was 2024. Summer of 2024. And because of that failure, they canceled every game that they had in the pipeline that was live service. Where do you stand with live service games?
I mean, Halo Infinite's a live service game, right? That's considered a live service game.
I would consider it a live service, yes. A
I
very
mean,
poorly ran.
a store where you buy like cosmetics and stuff.
I would call it a very poorly done live service game, but I would consider it a live service game.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean, if they're free to play, sure. I mean, I like I said before, I'm not a big subscription guy, so I don't like paying monthly for a thing or paying like paying more money than I normally would have to for a video game. Like oh, I have to pay $20 for this expansion and $20 for this expansion. Like I don't know. I'm just not into like putting more money into a game all the time. I have done it, but it's not something I like doing.
So I guess it was somewhat. I guess it was considered live service, but they no longer have. They've basically concluded all major action live service development for Halo Infinite. Microsoft and Halo Studios, formerly 343 Studios.
Yeah, Halo Infinite's done.
Yeah.
Still play it every day though.
Which is, I didn't mind what Halo Infinite was. I really didn't mind it. I'm glad that they didn't make it. I'm glad that they didn't make Halo Infinite a open, like an MMO live service type game, where it was, hey, it's still single player, but you're getting live service content, or you're getting content drip fed to you via live service. But you're not going to run into any other players while you're playing the story. I love that it was an open map. I love that it was, the way that the map was done was, hey, you have to do this, this, and this before this part of the map opens up, and there's not really anything that you can do to get over there. I hope that they continue the story, because I hate it. Even if the game sucks, I hate it as a player, and also for the fans. If a story stops on a cliffhanger and they don't continue that story, I hate that. We saw that with Guardians, Halo 5 Guardians. I would have loved to have seen played through that section that we don't get to see, and between Halo 5 and Infinite. I don't mind live service games as long as they're done right. What I mean by that is, don't nickel and dime your player base. Listen to your player base. Don't, which will never happen. Companies, if you're a big time developer, you got a big time publisher behind you, and your publisher is going to be like, no, you need to push out a way to make more money off this game. That's not what's going to get the player base behind you. But I think what we're seeing is the death of live service games. And I think it's actually about time that we move away from it. Like I said, I don't mind live service games if they're done correctly, but I do think we need to move away from live service games altogether. Have you played 2K27 or 2K26 yet? WWE 2K26?
No, I haven't played since 2K24.
So They experimented with this in 2K25 with quote unquote the island, which was only available for, and I bought 2K25 on PlayStation on PS5 because that was, you could only play the island mode on 2K on PS5 or Xbox Series S/X. Wasn't available on PC. With 2K26, they're like, hey, yeah, you can now play the island, which was kind of like a life. And then you have, they have My Faction in 24.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
So my faction is basically the same as, a live service ordeal. I hate it. I hate my faction. I think my faction sucks. I hate the fact that there were certain things, essentially characters that are locked behind that. For example, in both 2K25 and 2K26, there is a Triple H, and they call it a persona, a Triple H persona that is basically his my time persona that is locked behind basically a paywall, an extra paywall, because they're trying to get money from you. But the way that paywall is set up is you have to play through their My Faction mode, which is, of course, their live service mode. That is a horrible way to do live service. What you get with the My Time persona is you get his My Time theme music, his My Time entrance. Basically, you get Triple H, but during that time, that era of Triple H.
Right.
Which is, I love that era of Triple H. But man, is it expensive. It is so expensive to get that card. And then you buy and if you don't get the card and the servers go offline, you're fucked. You're fucked. And that's another reason why I hate live service games. Once the service stops, it's dead. And Twitty and I had this discussion last week. Kind of got a little heated, but not too heated. He was like, I don't understand why game companies, if they're going to take a IP offline, why they won't just give the IP to, the fan base, or sell it off to the fan base or something, so they can find a way to make it where the servers are, they can have their own servers to host the IP, to make it to where it's still playable, in a playable state and whatnot. And I kind of disagreed with him a little bit, because I'm like, no, that's the company's property. If the company don't want it online, that's their choice. No one should force a company to do something that company don't want. And if you wanted to get into the weeds of it, it's like, how would you like it if someone came into your house and made you sell, for example, your Godzilla game, because there's not that many out there. How would you like it if someone made you sell your Godzilla game, because there isn't that many out there? And he's like, that's getting a little bit too much. I'm like, no, that's in my eyes, it's basically the same thing. But that's the risk that you take with live service games, in my opinion.
Right.
How much money have you played? How much money have you paid? And all right, Magic the Gathering, I consider that a live service game.
Yep.
You get you might not get, like, I don't know. I don't play the game. I don't play Magic the Gathering Arena. Is that the version is that what you play, is Magic the Gathering Arena, or?
I play regular Magic, paper Magic and Arena. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know what the game was that you streamed. I know it's Magic the Gathering. I just don't know.
Magic Arena.
Okay. I think Xbox had like Planeswalkers or something like that at a time.
But, yeah, it's very old.
Yeah, but I mean, my point is, I don't know if they have like weekly or monthly or season passes, or weekly challenges or season passes or anything of that nature.
Yeah, they have mastery passes. Basically, it's basically a battle pass. where you get like rewards for leveling up and stuff.
Yeah. But once the servers go down, all that money that you've invested on buying packs, buying cards, digital goods for that game is out the window. And essentially, that's any live service game at this point, because
Yes.
because all what a live service game is now is just a means of being able to sell you a shop inside of a store, or a store instead of a game. You know, um, you saw it with Fortnite, you see it with Magic the Gathering, you see it with Wrestling, you see it with sports games. You even see it with GTA 5 or GTA Online. They have a legit casino in the game.
Yeah.
Which I know people get mad at that. Angry Joe gets, they get mad at that so bad. But I'm like, dude, it's a mature rated game. It's not a game for kids. Do kids
I mean,
play it? Yes.
Angry Joe gets mad at a Jersey Mike sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a our game, or kids going to play it? Yes, but the game is not meant for kids. That's a parent's job to watch what the hell their kids are playing. I don't mind a casino being in GTA Online. It's Grand Theft Auto. The fucking game is about strippers and killing people. You think that's 4 or 5-year-olds? No. um, but at the same time, a lot of live service games are also free to play. Halo multiplayer, free to play. Or Halo Infinite multiplayer, free to play. Arena, Magic the Gathering Arena, free to play. Am I correct? Except for the packs, you have to buy the packs.
No, you don't have to buy the packs. The packs are free. You get in-game gold, which is free. You get it by playing the game. You get it by leveling up and completing challenges, and you can buy packs with that. You can buy gems, which is with real life money, and you can use those gems to buy. You could use them to buy packs. People don't, because it's a waste of money because you get gold. But you buy the battle pass, you get packs through that. So you can use gems to buy the battle pass and get packs through that. But normally, regular players, the average player, just uses the gold they get from daily challenges. But yeah, you use in-game currency to buy stuff in the game, and you spend real life money on that in-game currency, because otherwise it would be gambling, and that's how they get around it.
But once these free to play games go offline, all these digital goods are no longer valid. But
maybe Magic Arena is a bad example of that, because it's for it to go offline, I think Magic the Gathering would have to cease to exist as a game, because it coincides with the paper Magic game. It's just a digital version of it.
Because I don't play it, I don't know. But is there a way, let's say I go to my local Walmart and I buy a deck at my local Walmart, like a physical deck. Is there any way that I can insert that physical deck into the game? Or am I just, nope, that's just physical. It has no core, there's no, I guess the best way to word it is quote unquote cross progression on your purchases?
There used to be, not anymore. I don't think they do it anymore. But it used to be, if you went to Walmart and bought a starter deck, and this has happened. I've bought they have the dual starter decks where it comes with two basic decks to start playing.
Yeah.
They would give you a card in there with a code. You would put the code in, and you could get the code. You can get the deck in the game. They don't do that anymore, though. They used to.
And I would assume that the deck would be, or the code would be a one-time use only.
But also, not every card is in the digital game, so it's not like a 1-to-1.
Right. But I mean, and you do see if you look at the rules for Magic the Gathering and you compare them, the way that it was in, like, say, 99. The rules are completely different than they are now in 2026. Like, the way that you can play certain cards, which cards are legal, which ones are, banned, stuff like that. So there are some, besides a collector's purpose, there are some, if you are playing the game paper-wise, that just are not feasible anymore. They're no longer good. Um, I mean, does Planeswalker? I should boot it up. I wonder if Planeswalker still works on Xbox.
Yeah, it'll still work. It's not going to be up to date.
Um,
Like, it's not going to have any new cards in it, but it'll still work. I played. There was one on Steam that I played recently, and I think it's still available. Magic the Gathering. Oh, maybe not. Wow, maybe it's gone. It's called Magic Duels, and you can't get it anymore. It's not available to buy, but I could boot it up and still play it. It's not an online game, so. Official support ended in 2019 for it.
So Magic the Gathering, Duels of the Planewalker series, including Magic 2014 and 2015, is unfortunately no longer playable online.
Right. It wouldn't be playable online, but the single player stuff you can still play. Probably.
You can still play the tutorials, campaign mode, and offline challenges locally on your console. Not available for new players. So if you don't already own it, you're not playing it.
Right. You can't buy it. You can't download it if you're new to it.
The free-to-play Magic Duels released in 2015 is also delisted and its servers were taken offline. So, yeah. But I would say, as much as I hate live service games because they nickel and dime their player base, they kind of have to, because most of the games are free to begin with. Like, they have to bring in some sort of revenue because servers aren't free. They cost money. Updates cost money. People need to be paid for working on said titles. So I understand. I hated it when they included Eververse into Destiny 1. I thought that was the worst thing, because Destiny 1, even now, is still a paid game. To play Destiny 1, you still have to buy the base game, minimum.
Can you even play Destiny 1 anymore? Wasn't it online only?
Yeah, it's only online. Yes, I booted up.
You can still play it?
Yeah, I booted up Destiny 1 the other day, or a couple months back. I
thought the servers were gone for it. I thought it was all like integrated into 2 now.
No. Destiny 1 still active. Yes, Destiny 1 is still fully playable with all its campaigns, strikes, and raids remaining intact and available. It doesn't receive
Destiny 2 at that point, though, because all of the stuff in Destiny 1 is in Destiny 2, isn't it?
No.
I remember last time I played Destiny 2, I had to fight Sepix Prime, and I'm like, I did this shit enough in Destiny 1.
So what they did was they started. I don't know if Dave came out and they admitted it, but basically they was losing a lot of the player base in Destiny 2. So what they did was basically what Call of Duty does almost every with every new game, is they rehash old maps. And what what Destiny 2 did was they rehashed old raids. And I don't know the story, if there was a story behind it or not, like a in-game story behind some of it. But yeah, that's the reason why you saw a bunch of the old Destiny 1 content in Destiny 2. But really the only thing that progressed from from Destiny 1 into Destiny 2 was your character, just like his looks and the name and his achievements. That was it. None of his weapons, because in story, all that got blown out of the water anyways. Like, it got destroyed in story. Because if you've played, spoilers, if you played Destiny 1 from beginning to end, and then you haven't played Destiny 2 and you're wondering what I'm talking about, at the beginning, you can't play this anymore because they sunsetted this content. But originally, the campaign, the Red War campaign at the start of Destiny 2, it starts off with you getting your ass handed to you. The Cabal invades Earth. They basically take the Traveler, lock it away, basically to absorb all the light, and in doing so, you lose your powers because of it, and they blow the tower to smithereens. So your armory, everything is gone at the beginning of Destiny 2. That's how they restart you in Destiny 2. So now a lot of that content has been sunsetted, which I don't agree with at all. I think it's a piss poor decision to sunset content, in my opinion, especially campaign content. But yes, you can play Destiny 1 still online, because about almost every Christmas or every winter, I go to the mountains in Destiny, the mountain social area in Destiny 1, and there's a little, you can jump on, it's a puzzle that you jump in the social area that you have to go all the way to the top of. And there's like a little Easter egg up there with a campfire. And I always sit up there and I make a video of me being up there and I post it on TikTok. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, that game is still in a playable state. No, it doesn't get live updates, but it's still in a playable state. But I do feel like live service games are decreasing. We saw it, Fortnite's losing traction. Epic has announced that it's no longer making as much money off of Fortnite as it used to. Warzone, I don't think is making as much money as it used to. I don't know the state of Magic the Gathering. But I mean, I can go through my Steam list and there's all kinds of games on Steam that I own that was a live service game that is no longer playable. So, yeah. But for our last little subject, talking about Call of Duty, I know you're not a big Call of Duty guy. But Call of Duty is coming out with a new game. Surprise, surprise. And it is MW4. And I believe it is taking place in South/North Korea. The trailer dropped today. And at the end of the trailer, it said, hey, we're going to talk about bringing back, or we're going to give you a first look at DMZ. For those that don't remember, DMZ is what they released with MW2 back in, I don't remember what year it was that MW2 came out, and not the original MW2, but the re-released version of it.
2021? 2022?
I think so, yeah.
I know Modern Warfare, the reboot, or whatever it's called, was 2019.
Yeah, that was 2019. This game came in 2022. Yeah. So Modern Warfare 2 came out October 23rd, 2022. Recent reviews has it mixed. Our reviews is mostly negative. I don't know why the reviews it says unplayable due to cheaters, um, cheaters, uh, and just I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed multiplayer. I enjoyed the DMZ mode. So what DMZ is basically their extractor shooter, which is what Marathon is. You squad up with two other people, and you're basically in the Warzone 2 map when they re-released Warzone as Warzone 2. You're in that map or in a small little section of that map, and you go loot, and then you have to extract, and it's PvPvE or PvEVP. I say PvPvE. So you're in there with other players, and they can kill you, or y'all can actually group up. I think you can have upwards to like 6 or 8 players that you can group up with in game, which was cool. And when they released MW3, they took out DMZ and they replaced it with a zombie mode. So it was DMZ, so it's looter. It's like a looter shooter thing, but it's in the realm of zombies, and I didn't find it as fun. But they're bringing it back, so I'm happy. I know you probably don't do extractor shooters.
No, I haven't. I don't think I've actually played one ever. Would Rainbow Six Siege be considered an extraction shooter?
I think they have an extractor version of it.
Okay.
I haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in years. I played it when it first released. Let me see. I think they have like a Rainbow Six Extraction. But I did play Rainbow Six Siege when it first came out. And it was kind of like it was like Call of Duty and an arena shooter mixed together. Or a hero shooter mixed together, where you each player had a job and only one person could pick that player, or one player can pick that operator, and that operator had like special abilities and stuff like that. But it was very realistic though. It wasn't like Overwatch or anything like that, where it was like over the top type deal.
Right.
Or did I move it into Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege? They've made it free to play, so, but I do think that they have some sort of an extractor shooter, like Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, Rainbow Six Extraction. It's $40. So, but it's, as far as I can tell, it's co-op, first person, but it's PvE. It's not PvPvE.
Right.
So it's $40. It's got mixed reviews, but I don't mind. Like, if you like, Arc Raiders would be a pretty good one to start off with. It is not forgiven though. It does not hold your hand. Escape from Tarkov is extremely rough. But with Arc Raiders, you can have up to 3 people in your party. But depending on the amount of people in your party, that's what type of lobby you go into. So if you're just soloing it, you don't have to worry about running into somebody or a squad of 3. If there's only 2 of you there, you don't have to worry about running into a squad of 3 or even a solo. And if you're playing by yourself, odds are other players that are in there with you that are also soloing, they're going to be really friendly to you. They're not going to try to kill you and take your loot or anything like that. So, um, I would like to see. I want to see just the games. Oh, so are there only 6 games? Rainbow Six or Tom Clancy Rainbow Six games? Yeah, there's only 6, and I own all but one on Steam. So yeah, I'm excited about DMZ coming back. If you have MW2, guys, go check it out. The servers aren't dead on it. Servers are still very much alive. I would advise you though, don't play it on PC. Play it on PlayStation or Xbox, just because if your PC crashes, you lose all your gear. That part sucks. What are you, besides, is there anything that you are looking forward to playing that might be coming out besides, some new cards for Magic the Gathering, or, well, there's obviously not an update for Halo, but is there anything that you're looking forward to playing that might be coming down the line?
Like I said, I don't really play new games anymore. Like, so I don't even know what's out there anymore. Like what's coming. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I want to play Resident Evil Requiem. Like, I haven't spent the money on that yet, but I did watch a playthrough of it just to kind of satiate the hunger for it. And it looks really awesome. And I would say, if it plays anything like the old like Resident Evil 4 remake, it's a great game. So I kind of want to play that. I know it's not new. I know it's not upcoming, but it's something I haven't played that I kind of want to play.
Right. What?
But I don't know, nothing really like catches my fancy anymore. Catches my attention.
If if you if there was one, take Magic the Gathering out, take Halo out, what would be one genre of game that you would love to just play over and over and over again? Genre, not, not series, but just a genre of game.
No, Metroidvania.
I should have known. Should have known.
I whenever you edit videos, right, and mix them down and all that on an editing software, right?
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, but yeah, depends on what it is.
Or when I'm uploading videos, or when I'm like editing videos, or when I was like, they're mixing down the video. It takes some time. Can't really do anything else. I'll play like Bloodstained, or Axiom Verge randomizers, just to kill the time while I'm, while that stuff's happening, because I can't really do anything else. So I might play those a lot. So yeah, I could play Metroidvanias all day long.
I love the thought of Metrovanias.
It's not for everyone.
It's not. I've tried to get into Hollow Knight countless times, and I don't mind Hollow Knight. Like, I love Hollow Knight. Like, I've bought it. Like, I have it on Xbox. I think I have it on PlayStation. I have it on PC. I have it on my Switch. I have Hollow Knight across multiple platforms, but I have such a hard time getting into the game because of just I feel like you have to have a memory that I just do not have anymore.
The newer Metroidvania games, they tend to give you like map markers now, where you can mark something on the map. It's like, oh, I need to come back here later, and then you put a map marker on. Older Metroidvanias don't do that.
Yeah.
But a lot like Hollow Knight's one of those ones where you can buy pins in the store in the game,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you can put them on the map and go like, okay, I need to come back here later, and then you could pin it on the map.
Yeah. I don't like. Yeah. You have that where you can pin it on the map. For me, it's like, all right, I have this new item. Crap. Where did I need to use it at?
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
You know, and then I'm trying to, or crap, how do I get back here? I forgot, you know. And
Mhm.
I am very much a explorer. I love exploring a game. Uh, Tweety and I were playing Saturday. Every Saturday night I play Diablo. Either Diablo 2, Diablo 4. Every Saturday, you know, it's Saturday night. You know what that means? It's Diablo time. So last Saturday, Tweety and I were playing Diablo 2, the new one that they came out with. And I'm over here like trying to explore all of the map. Tweety's over here, he's just trying to get from point A to point B. So with that being said, I get lost very easily in Metrovanias.
Yeah.
So easy in Metrovanias.
Well, you know me. I'm a speedrunner at the very core of it. So like, anytime I see a place I can't get to yet, I know in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to go there yet. I know I have to go somewhere else and get an item that probably help me double jump and get up there. But for me, I'm always like, how am I going to get there now? How can I break?
Let me grenade jump over this.
Now?
Let me grenade jump over this.
let me like bounce off this guy's head and see if I can, you know, like I do it in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I do the randomizers. I know that I can beat the game if I just get double jump, because when you double jump, after the second jump, you can do a dive kick, and the dive kick will allow you to bounce off candles or whatever, like lanterns. And you can get to higher places like that, or dive kick off enemies that are flying, and you can dive kick off them and get to higher places you're not supposed to be able to get to with just a double jump. So I'm always trying to break the game in that way. So I'm like, how can I get there now, and how am I going to get stuck there because I don't have the proper equipment?
I'm pretty sure you watched this guy. I love this guy. And I can't watch an entire video of his because it just puts me to sleep. And it's nothing against what he does. It's just so easy. It's like ASMR. But do you ever watch Summon and Salt?
I have one streamer for every game that I like. Like for Resident Evil, it's Bakba Soup. For Super Metroid, it's Oats and Goats. For Castlevania Symphony of the Night, it's Dragon Blitz. You know, I try to keep it to like one person per like game that I'm into.
Well, Summon and Salt, I don't think he live streams. He does YouTube videos.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. YouTube videos, streaming, whatever. Same thing, you know.
And for the most part, all of his YouTube videos is just speed runs. Not of him doing it, but he does like the history of speed runs. Like he has like all kinds of them. Like I just got done watching one that I've watched 3 or 4 times of the Tetris speed runs. He's done all kinds of them with Super Mario World. He's done some with Mario Kart. He's done some with Castlevania, Cuphead. But I was watching the Tetris one, and you actually came to mind. I'm like, it's been a while since I saw Beast try to do a speed run of anything. And I remember you said at one point in time wasn't you, or are you still not on the leaderboard for like the Godzilla game or something? Isn't there like
I was for a year. I was the world champion, but not anymore.
Okay.
And I'm retired from that game. The thing about that game is you have to start a new save file every time you do one, and you got to go through the intro every time you want to do a new speed run. So it's not very optimized. It's not very good. It's not a very fun. If you could just get into the game and do it every single time, it's fine. But you can only do it once. So you have to erase your save file and do it again, because there's a certain thing that you have to get to at the end, and you can only do it once on a save file. So it's like every time you do a new speed run, you have to start a new save file or whatever. So it's not really fun, like optimized, you know. So I don't. I'm not really into like doing it again.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Um, oh yeah. Um, I can't speed run. I would like to get into speed running. I can't do it. I just don't have the patience. I don't have the time for it. The closest I've ever come to try to speed running, I've tried to speed run two different games. One of them wasn't even me trying. It was when you and I used to do Legend of Zelda randomizers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, quote unquote speed running it, but you have a timer. You want to see how fast you can get done with the randomizer. The other one I wanted to do was Portal, the first one. And there's just I saw someone do a speed run. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to attempt it. Like, I have no idea what he's doing. I have no idea how he's doing any of this. He is not letting anything load up. He is all, just zippy zappity. I'm like, I would like to play. I'm not into glitches, me personally.
Right.
I know some people are when it comes to speedruns. Me personally, no. I want to be able to see how fast I can beat the game the intended way it's meant to be played. And I do understand that some people's like, no, screw that. The whole point on speedrunning is to beat it as fast as possible. If they should have made a better game to not have those glitches in it. So, I see both sides of it, but when I saw somebody speed run Portal, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not even going to try to that game because I love Portal. Portal is like one of my favorite games of all time.
I still have some speed runs up. The videos are gone, but the best ones I have are Streets of Rage 4 arcade mode for Blaze Easy. I'm in second place on that for an hour and 8 minutes, the whole game. I have Super Mario World 11 exit glitchless in 13 minutes and 58 seconds. I am well down the ladder there. My fastest speed run, Bushido Blade, bad ending, 1 minute and 28 seconds for the whole game. And we can do that. Me and my wife both did that one blindfolded.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's very easy. Castlevania in 13 minutes. I got King of Kaiju mode in 4 minutes and 7 seconds on Godzilla. Got the original Legend of Zelda in 45 minutes. I have a lot on here, but I'm not first place in any of them. Like Dead or Alive Extreme 3, I got Grade A New Game Plus, second place, 10 minutes and 42 seconds. So, I mean, none of the videos are up anymore, but they were approved at one point.
And that's...
I did just do a randomizer for Bloodstained in 16 minutes. I got like the God randomizer. I got the God seed. But that's rare. But I'm not I didn't put that up on the leaderboard.
Do you ever... Well, I know you have 3 YouTube channels.
2.
You only have 2. Do you have 2 that are just currently active, or do you have... Because I know you have... So you have SuperBeastGN.
Yep.
And then you have Magic... MTG on the play. And then don't you have SuperBeastGN Toys?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't do that anymore though.
Yeah. The reason why I bring that up is because I was actually going through. I was looking for a certain YouTuber, and I couldn't remember the name of the YouTuber. I remember, like, I knew if I saw the name, I would know what it was. And then I saw SuperBeastGN Toys. I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I haven't posted there in over
A
a year.
year.
It
Yeah.
just got too expensive to like keep buying toy. Like I stopped buying action figures because they got too expensive. So I just in turn stopped doing the channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying not to do any YouTube channels where I have to spend money to do the channel. You know.
Yet he has a Magic the Gathering YouTube channel.
But I don't spend money on it on the digital game.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um, were you?
I am. Yeah.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I am thinking about bringing like simulator games back to my main channel. I do 3 Halo videos each week on my main channel on SuperBeastGN. But I don't want it to be just a Halo thing. I just like playing Halo, so I record every match I play just for, you know, in case there's a really good like kill I do or something. You know, I've had some good sequences. So I just put them up, you know, whenever I get good games. So I get I do 3 videos a week for Halo on my main channel, but I'm thinking about bringing like simulator games, and I just uploaded my live play of Blade Chimera. It's I did it in 4 parts, split it up into 4 parts. So part 2 is up now, and so I'm thinking about bringing like new content to it, doing that again. No face cam or anything like that, but like
Right.
just do the you know, just do like little comedic, not comedic, just have fun with it. You know, I
Yeah.
guess comedic.
Well, talking about having stuff on YouTube and stuff that are simulated games like that. I actually do have a new series going up. The first one has already been, the first episode's already been posted. It is, I'm going to give myself a little shill here. It is an American truck. It's American Trucking Sim.
Hell yeah, love that game.
It is building a trucking empire. So episode 1 is up. Right now it went up 2 days ago. Every Tuesday is when every Tuesday is a new episode. We are trying to become a trucking empire. There is a webcam, a face cam, just because I am actually using a steering wheel and pedals to drive. Nice. Yeah. I am actually going to, there is a screenshot of it with my ugly ass mug. Nice. In my t-shirt, which I'm actually wearing that same t-shirt now, the classically trained t-shirt. But yes, it is a feedback steering wheel. My neighbor gave it to me, actually. He used it whenever he was learning on how to truck drive. So yay, he gave it to me for free. So yeah, so I have that. There's another simulation game I'm looking at getting into, which is Farming Simulator 2025. Getting some content out on that as well.
One, I don't know if you've played this yet. One you should play, and I'm going to be playing it tomorrow live on my live stream. TCG Card Shop Simulator.
I have it.
Yeah,
I do. I've stopped playing it. I haven't played it in a while. Let me look in my.
I'm gonna make a legit card shop too. In my regular game that I'm playing, I only sell 1 item in the store, and I sell like a shit ton of it. But it makes you money. Like it's basically just passive income, and it never fails. But I'm actually gonna I want to do a series on it and try to actually do a legit card shop, you know, and try to collect all the cards and get them graded and stuff.
I haven't played this since January of last year. January 10th, 2025 was the last time I played this game. I got 36 hours in on it. I see that you recently played it 18 minutes. You recently played 18 minutes of it.
Yeah, I had to see what was new.
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while.
I've got my trusty keypad that I bought. I got it from McKay's. They had one of those mechanical keypads, because I have my my keyboard is a Huntsman, so it's like a mini
Yeah.
Huntsman, so it's like it doesn't
Yeah.
have a keypad on it.
Right.
And I feel like when you're doing the register in that game, you have to have the keypad, like
Mhm.
for the legitimacy. So
Yeah.
I wanted a keypad, so I found one for like $2 at McKay's, and it's like in perfect condition, like never used. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll get that for TCG Player Simulator. And then I stopped playing it for a while, and I'm like, now I'm gonna get back into it, and I'm gonna use the keypad.
So is it TCG? Is it TCG Card Shop Simulator, or is
Card
there?
Shop Simulator, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, TCG Card Shop Simulator. That is I believe the one, like the main one. There's other ones like it, but it's like that's the one that like is the popular one.
Yeah. I love it. I have a legit card shop in it. I have a card shop where I sell cards, trade. I have board games. I have areas for players to play games on. And I think I sell magazines. I think I have like anime magazines or something like that. And I also sell stuffed animals in mine as well too. I haven't played it in a hot minute, but that would be another game I would like to play. I did live stream a couple of games. It's another game that was really, really cool. It's called, let me pull up Steam. Something that you might actually be interested in. It's called Retro Rewind.
Yeah, I just looked at that actually.
Yeah. I own it. I bought it after I saw somebody do I actually had it in my wish list, and then I saw somebody do a playthrough of it. I'm like, yeah, I'm buying it. I got the demo. I played the demo for like 10 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I got to have the game. And
I'm looking at a simulator game here that you might like. Might be right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
It's called and don't bring this up on your stream and show it on stream. It's called Happy Ending Simulator. Right up your alley, bro. I think you would love
God.
it. I think you would love it. You should probably click on it and look at the first video that's on there.
Oh my God. And it's oh my God. It's not even oh my God. No. You can't even it's Brother, planned for Q4. Is planned for Q4 of this year.
Are you looking at are you looking at the trailer for it?
Yes, I am. I'm looking at the trailer.
You like that first scene there?
That was bullshit. That was a bullshit.
That's for you, man. This is your game. Like you gotta play that. This is what I wanted to do for OnlyFans.
Oh God.
I tried to get an OnlyFans, and what I was gonna do on OnlyFans was play like content that you can't play on Twitch. So like the adults only stuff, and this is the type of game that I would have played.
There used to be a website. They wouldn't give you one. I didn't know that they.
Yeah, you have to, like, if you want to do OnlyFans, you have to have like a state ID and stuff like that, and you have to like give them a picture of it and stuff, and yeah, it's like legit, like, but like for some reason, like they're like your content doesn't like tell what you're about, and I'm like, I'm gonna play video games that are adults only. Like, what do you like? What is not to know about that? So like there was something wrong with like the content. Or I don't know. Like it was weird, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do it.
I was gonna make. So there used to be a website that was called, for those that don't know, the website has been defunct. Like you can go to the website now, but it's not the same. It was called Plexstorm, and it was very much in that vein, except it was OnlyFans and Twitch mixed together. I'm just going to leave it at that. But I was going to make an OnlyFans account, but mine was going to be, there was not going to be any nudity, nothing like that. And I think me and you had discussed this a long time ago when I first came up with the idea, and it was based kind of like on your be a real gamer. I think is kind of what it was based on, except mine it wasn't be a man or whatever like that. It was me. I was going to buy a wig, because at the time I still had hair, so it was going to be like one of the bald cap wigs. I was going to be like just have like the top of my head bald, but I was gonna have like hair going around. I was gonna get like a wife beater, stain it with like mustard and ketchup and oil and grease and stuff like that. And I had like this really old chair I was gonna sit in, like a recliner chair. And the entire premise was I was gonna give bad dad advice. That was the entire premise. It was gonna be like a comedy thing. And I went out, I bought the wife beater, and I kind of just stopped at that. I'm like, yeah, I don't think no one's gonna pay like $5 a month for this crap. But
That's something you
no,
do if you have a big following.
yeah, and what a lot of people don't realize. What a lot of people don't realize is that stuff like that, stuff like OnlyFans and those type of sites, you have women, they hear about, oh, this person made this much on that person made that much on it. Those people make that much money because they have a following somewhere else. If you don't
Yeah.
have if you don't have a following somewhere else, that you're just gonna get, it's like Twitch. It's
Yeah.
exactly
It's
like
like those
Twitch.
wrestlers that like the like what you know the wrestler Paige, right?
Yes.
When she was like, "Oh, I want to thank all of my followers on Twitch," and it's like, yeah, but how many of those followers found you on Twitch, or are all those followers from your stint in a wrestling?
Right.
Like you have a following elsewhere. That's why you have a big following on Twitch.
Yeah, I remember like a lot of people got mad when she made that comment, and I didn't,
Yeah.
because I'm like, she does, like, granted, she brought that following from WWE, but she's no longer in WWE. She's on Twitch now, and because at the time she was only on Twitch, she had been fired, she'd been released from WWE,
You
and
know she's back, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But at the time though, she was only, that was all what she had was Twitch. And yeah, she brought that following over from WWE, but those followers are still there on Twitch with her. So I didn't have an issue with that. That's just the way that I saw it. And me and a couple of buddies, me and a buddy of mine, we kind of really got into it over it. Um, but another game you might want to look at is Streamer Life Simulator 2. I have that game. It's a little janky. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little janky. And I was gonna do a let's play of it off stream, but
Oh, I've seen this
um,
before. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna do a let's play of it off stream, but man, it was so janky. Like, just trying to record it. There's like, yeah, no way I'm doing that mess. There's just no way I could do it. Um, but I've gotten into simulator games like that. I've gotten into them really big, like that, and survival games, like base building surviving games like Winrose, No Man's Sky, uh, games like that. I've really gotten into. Um, so that's what And while we're on the subject, so if you have tuned in the last few weeks and you saw me play American Truck Simulator, you've noticed that some of the, and if you look at my YouTube, those videos is up on YouTube, as well as this, by the way. This will always be a weekly podcast, always be weekly live. I will always have this live on weekly. It goes up. I'm trying to get it to where it gets uploaded every Saturday to YouTube. It's hit or miss right now, but that's the game plan. My series, my American Truck Simulator series, it will no longer be live. It is strictly just offline. You will see it posted every Tuesday on YouTube. That is it. Um, I'll do if I ever have a new series, I'll do the first couple of episodes live on Twitch. After that, you're gonna have to catch it on YouTube. I think that's the best way, in my opinion, to do something like that. Um, I got so many like simulator games. I don't even know if I can like filter them. Casual simulation games, yeah. Um, Aperture Desk Job. Bad North, that's not a simulation game, I'm sorry. DayZ, that's not really a simulation game. There's so many games in here. That's Mysuka watermelon game. That's not a simulator game at all.
I find sometimes there's weird things in the lists that shouldn't be
Well,
there.
well, I'm looking at. I filtered my library to see what it is. Paper Please, yeah, I can see Paper Please as being one of them. Plague Inc. Evolved, maybe. Planet Coaster, yes. Polybridge, yes. Retro Rewind, yes. Retro Arc, no. Rust, no. Says Factory, kinda, yeah. Schedule 1, yeah. Sid Meier's, they are Sin games, but I wouldn't call them, I don't know. Software Inc., yes. Spore, yes. Squad, no. Squirrel with a Gun, definitely no. Have you ever played that game?
No. Oh, Squirrel with a Gun. I had it on my
Yes.
wish list for a while. I have not played it though. It looks
Oh my
ridiculous.
god. It is amazing. I have go look at my YouTube channel. There's a playthrough of it on YouTube that I did.
Nice.
It is so fun. It is an 8-hour game. 8 hours. That is it. How much is it? It is $6 right now.
Oh wow.
It is yeah. It is hilarious. I love it. I bought it. I pre-ordered it, I think. And I just had a blast with it. Um yeah, I did the entire playthrough online or on Steam or on stream. It was amazing. You can ride a drone and cut people's heads off, get an RC car and you ride around in an RC car. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing game. All right, so where can people find you at? And what are you doing on those places?
People can find me at MTGonthePlay on YouTube. I play Magic the Gathering Arena on there. And I do weekly videos. I try to do like 4 videos a week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Why do I skip Thursday? I don't know. That's just the way it happened. And then also on SuperBeastGN, I do weekly Halo content on my main channel. I'm going to start doing like different videos, more comedic, more edited videos. I'm currently doing a playthrough of Blade Chimera on there. We did it on the stream, and now it's like being put on YouTube into 4 parts, and part 1 and 2 are up right now. So it's not just going to be Halo. It's going to be kind of like what the channel was originally, but without my face. That's basically it. Still comedic, but not, just a little more streamlined. And Twitter.
And Twitters.
X.
Oh God. Of course, you can find me, all my socials, at rockroberts.com. There you'll find my YouTube, my Discord, my Twitter/X feed. You will see all my YouTube channels that I have, which is youtube.com/rockroberts and youtube.com/ I believe it's Final Fantasy House Hunters, if I'm not mistaken, is the name of it. It's such a long thing. Yes. It is youtube.com/Final Fantasy House Hunters, all one word. Which that series has been greenlit, and we will be doing more episodes. Hopefully, by the end of summer, we will be ready to have episodes going live again. twitch.tv/RockRoberts, kick.com/RockRoberts. I am also, whenever I'm going live, which is every Thursday through Monday, I go live on both Twitch and YouTube. YouTube is mobile friendly, though. It is set up to be mobile friendly. So yeah, check me out all those places. Once again, thank you, Beast. I know I say it all the time whenever we get together, but it's always a blast to have you and just just to talk shop. If anything, not even a rundown of anything, just a talk shop, just life in general and whatnot. It's always a great time. Always a great time.
Absolutely.
Especially when I think about you shooting me in the head or beating me upside the head on GTA on the back of a truck.
Let me tell you, man, I appreciate just being able to catch up with a friend. Before I came on this stream, my nipples were soft. Now they are hard. So congratulations, you did that.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. That's my goal in life, is to make every person's nipple hard.
That's a good goal to have. Speed run, right? Speed run all the nipples.
Oh God.
How many nipples can you make hard in one go?
Well, you have to imagine there's like billions of people on the earth. Not everyone has 2 nipples. Some people just have 1. Some people don't have none. Some people have 3. So yeah. But yeah, it's always great to catch up. And like I said, if you ever want to come on, seats there for you. I'll never turn you away. Yeah, so thank you once again, everybody, for joining Beast. Hopefully this, some passive viewership over to you. And hopefully I'll see each and every single one of y'all next week, next Thursday at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Until then, wash your hands, wash your ass, and be nice to one another. Peace.